that they are putting up. The place is really booming. I think we have a nightlife that we hadn't had in years past. And I think our Rotary Foundation is keeping up with the times.
We've called it a time of transition. Now, we look ahead to an evolving landscape.
So I think there are a lot of interesting possibilities for our funds. I think it is a very exciting time to be part of the Rotary Club of Toledo.
In ways big and small, the Rotary Club of Toledo has had an immeasurable impact upon the evolving Toledo and Northwest Ohio community.
It is very important to us that we play a big part in our community throughout Northwest Ohio, supporting the organizations and our institutions here locally.
This past year alone, your Toledo Rotary Club Foundation has awarded grants of over $163,000. Here's a look at some of the highlights. We hit the road on the Smile Express. It's a 40-foot mobile dental office that brings oral care to patients in 18 Northwest Ohio counties. It's operated by the Dental Center of Northwest Ohio, and these patients would otherwise go without basic dental care because they lack access to transportation.
By having a 40-foot motor coach equipped with 2 dental operatories and a sterilization area and a small waiting area, we were able to go into smaller communities to take dental care to people who have transportation issues or were unable to get to the dentist.
Many who live in especially rural areas have difficulty finding a dentist who accepts Medicaid.
The Dental Center was founded in 1910, 2 years before Toledo Rotary. The Smile Express was launched in 2006.
It was very important to us that the Smile Express be operational and that it look good for patients so that they feel good about where they're coming for their dental works.
The old bus needed repairs to keep her running. Your foundation stepped up.
In the course of a year, we provide at a private dentist fees almost $17 million of dental care, and we do it for a little less than $5 million is what we are able to raise with our fee-for-service and in our fundraising.
Meet Cameron. He hits the roads of Sunshine Communities, these days on a new tricycle. He lives at Sunshine Communities' Maumee campus. Your foundation funded physical therapy equipment that empowers him and others to exercise and develop physical strengths that would otherwise be out of reach because of developmental disability.
He doesn't get any other motion like that other than when he's on the bike.
The Sunshine Children's Home was founded in the 1950s. Sunshine Communities now supports children and adults with developmental disabilities, offering residential, vocational, and clinical support and therapy and recreational programs.
These benefits for Sunshine coming from the private sector are very important to us. We are tied into the Medicaid reimbursement system, but that does not cover all of the needs for these individuals. For example, it does not cover a lot of physical therapy equipment like the adaptive trikes.
His favorite is riding outside to the barn. Otherwise, he really doesn't get outside to the barn unless he's riding in a wheelchair. Okay. So this gives him the opportunity to pedal on his own and go where he wants to go.
Now, it's back downtown. The Merita Center serves low-income residents of Moody and Regina Manors.
Typically, the folks who are leasing apartments at those properties have an annual income of about $2,500 a year.
Your foundation provided computer workstations where children become ready for kindergarten. After school kids get tutoring and homework assistance, young adults get help with their GEDs, and adults without computer access can develop critical 21st century job-seeking skills and pursue opportunity.
Our families do not have the same level of exposure to technology in their homes that more affluent families do. And so our goal was to provide more computers so that more children could experience technology.
How close are you to getting your GED? I am one test away.
The test is 100% computer-based, so we have people coming in here that can't touch a computer, have never logged on before in their lives. So these have made it so much easier to get them accustomed.
We know at the end of this year, we will end with as many graduates as we have had compositely throughout our program since its inception. And I think you can draw a direct correlation to the ability to get them on computer and get them comfortable with technology.
Your Rotary Club of Toledo has invested vast resources in one of our region's most precious resources, Lake Erie, her water, and her entire watershed. On a rainy day, we catch up with Jessica D'Ambrosio of the Nature Conservancy.
It's very appropriate that we're here on a rainy day, so we know that we are applying fertilizer to the landscape and we need to do that. But we also know that there are ways that nutrients do leave the field, and one of those ways is through precipitation and water flow over the landscape and through the soil into streams and rivers and ultimately into Lake Erie.
In the spirit of evolution, your club recently established a new Water Services Committee, which funds traditional grants like all the other committees. We awarded the Nature Conservancy $10,000 for their 4R Nutrient Stewardship Certification Program.
A great gift to enable us to not only promote the 4R Nutrient Certification Program within the Western Lake Erie Basin to help us achieve our 80% adoption goal that we have for the basin. The funding will also allow us to promote the program to the rest of Ohio.
Now, back downtown with Tim Ryan, a prominent face of our club's international service efforts.
This grant funded the purchase of 53 profusion packs, commonly known as oxygenators, which are used in heart transplant or heart surgeries, in this case on very small children.
Your International Services Committee awarded 10 grand to the Benjamin Bloom Hospital of El Salvador.
It is the only children's hospital in El Salvador, a country of about 6 to 7 million people. I had the opportunity to meet the medical staff, and face to face with the physicians, the surgeons that do the work, I asked them, what is it that you need that would make you more effective? And hands down, easy decision. They wanted oxygenators. They're expensive, no perfusion packs, no surgery. All of the surgery is dangerous. If we're successful, there's a pretty good chance that these kids, these babies, the clientele is 18 inches long. And there's a good chance that these babies will dance at their own weddings, and maybe they'll dance at their grandchildren's weddings.
But that money was just the tip of an iceberg.
That could never have happened without the Toledo Rotary Club's foundation. Because it's our $10,000 initial investment that attracted money from individual Rotarians and from other Rotary clubs and the district. So the $10,000 that we came up with was matched to the point where we had $42,500, and that turns into 53 profusion packs. And these kids get to live. It's a wonderful project. I wish we could do more, but 53 kids getting a chance to live is pretty good.
The Rotary grant allowed us to be able to have computers that you see here and the ones that we use with GED downstairs. And the difference has been remarkable. We would have spent a year going through all the mechanics of generating our own funding, where this way we were able to spend the year having our families on the computers.
Your gifts to your foundation support organizations like ours in trying to do the right thing with the 4R Nutrient Certification Program. And so without gifts like yours, we wouldn't be able to help farmers, help agribusinesses, and really get the word out about what we can all do to reduce nutrients to Lake Erie.
It's part of what makes this Rotary grant to us so important to me. It's like everything has come full circle. My great-grandfather is Frank Mulholland, and to know that an organization that I'm involved with and that I think he would have believed in and been proud of too is still here, makes me smile, and I'm just so happy that we were able to receive this grant and that the Rotary supports organizations like the Dental Center. It's what it's all about.
I'm very proud of what this club does. It's amazing.